Now, Kevin Rudd, seems that Kevin Rudd 3.0, that is the third week reinvention of Kevin Rudd, seems to believe that he, I don't know, has maybe watched some good old-fashioned campaign movies of American politicians in the 1920s and 30s. He's reinventing himself as the champion of the working man, and literally he is trying to surround himself not just with crowds of sycophants, but union sycophants. Today, he also, in the ego that he is, decided to overtake and overswarm a protest that was about a local school being closed in Queensland. Anyway, his thing of the first couple of weeks was all about the Murdoch press. This week, it's all about, I'm here for the working man. Here's what he had to say in Brisbane today.
I believe in the power of the Australian people. I believe in the power of the Queensland people. I believe in the power of the people here at this community at Nyanda State High School.
Because if you yell, you seem like you are very passionate. He had a microphone in his hand. He didn't need to yell. But, as I said, if you look at that on TV news, it looks like, wow, all those people were there for Kevin Rudd. They weren't there for Kevin Rudd. As I said, they were there to protest the state government, apparently planning to close that local school. It was also interesting to note that the person that was standing to his right is a bloke called Graham Perrott. Graham Perrott is a little political chameleon who frankly shouldn't even be in Parliament anymore. Not because he's done anything wrong, just he's not a man of his word. You see, when he was trying to suck up to Julia Gillard and trying to do well when that was the regime that they had to work under, he said that he would resign from Parliament if Kevin Rudd ever returned. Well, what a difference an election makes. Not only is he not resigning from Parliament, he's actually standing next to Kevin Rudd and making it seem like they're best mates. He was part of that group of people who couldn't work with Kevin Rudd, but don't worry, we'll just get through the election and then I can go back to hating him after the election. Or is he just not a man of his convictions? But Kevin Rudd, who says that he believes in people power and he's standing literally on soapboxes or he's trying to go to union rallies in New South Wales. I want to contend and I want to show you that I don't believe that Kevin Rudd believes in people power at all, for a couple of big and small examples. The biggest example is that tomorrow Sky News will host a People's Forum. It is one that has been on the table for well over a week, and it is one that Kevin Rudd will only appear at after being dragged kicking and screaming. You see, Kevin Rudd didn't want to answer questions from the public, because there's a chance, guess what? They might actually answer him ask him a real question, one that he may have difficulty answering based off the rhetoric, not just the BS of a new way. You see, it was only Sky News, it was only Tony Abbott, and because it was the only show in town, eventually he's dragged kicking and screaming. He wanted journalists to ask questions. God forbid undecided voters might get a chance to ask the Prime Minister. He tried, and some of his mates in the press gallery, to talk down the importance of this channel and that debate. Well, of course, the true test about how the commitment of the major TV networks are is that where will they show this debate tomorrow night? Well, they'll show it just like the one last time, on the B channel, on the back channel. And that's their choice, fine and fair enough. But this is the place that is so damn committed to politics and even so damn committed to respecting the office of Prime Minister that even when there are shows like this or popular programs like Richo on the air, that when the Prime Minister speaks, we drop those shows and we actually run the Prime Minister, regardless of whether they are popular, unpopular, whether they are flogging a dead horse or whether they are breaking news. That's the commitment of this channel. It was deeply disrespectful, well, buggered disrespectful. It was downright rude of Kevin Rudd to say that, but I know he doesn't care and he couldn't give a stuff about the media at this stage because, remember, he's at war with the media. He believes in people power. But then when he actually went to a candidate event yesterday in northern New South Wales, he couldn't even hang out with normal people. You see, you may have seen this on the news last night. This is when he went to a bowls club in northern New South Wales. Oh, g'day guys, can you teach me how to bowl? Now, there's a slight, it's a nice picture, it's a classic picture, but it's a deceitful picture. You see, those people aren't actually members of the bowls club that Kevin Rudd was at. As Gemma Jones and other people have reported today, and Gemma Jones did a great job on this today, those people are bussed in from a different bowls club. So Kevin Rudd, who is supposedly the man of the people, he wants journalists to ask questions, not members of the public at a people's forum. And when he goes to a bowls club, he has to bus in literally a member of the Labor Party to teach him how to bowl because, God forbid, some old person in a white hat, they might bring up something like the debt. This isn't the bloke who believes in people power. This is the bloke who is trying to pretend that he likes people power. Just the same way that he is trying to pretend that he's the guy who's all new way, when, as you know via the ads, he's old school. And I mean nasty old school. It's always about Kevin, and as I showed you last night, 100% of undecideds have had their look at Kevin Rudd over the past 6 news polls, and 100% of them have broken against him. There are now just 11% of people who are apparently undecided about his leadership, and even if 100% of them backed him in, he'd still have more people who disapproved than approved. Kevin Rudd is losing the election. Forget the spin and forget the media, mates.